How long should my training session be? How many times per week should I train? Am I training too long? Am I not training enough? Welcome back everybody to Vida Futbol. My name is Luis Laureano and today we hope to answer those questions in regards to training duration. So now, the first age group that we're going to talk about is age groups 4 through 6. So how long should these age groups be training? Well, as far as recommendations, I'm going to be giving you guys ranges. And for this age group in particular, the recommendation that I would give to you guys is, anywhere between 45 minutes to 60 minutes, 1 to 2 times per week. This could be exhausting, so this is going to be something that you will be kind of changing week by week depending on, let's say for example, a weekend match that you have. If you do or you don't have a match, that will kind of determine whether you guys train once or twice in the following week. And that's a lot. That has a lot to do with the concentration of this age group could be quite limited, and that's kind of why I kind of ranged it from 4 to 6, just because you could have a 4-year-old that is kind of more mentally mature and kind of more prepared for a longer session or even multiple sessions per week. Okay, so the next group we're going to be talking about is age groups 7 through 9, and with this group you can be a little bit more consistent with having 2 sessions per week, and that session could be anywhere between 45 to 70 minutes. Also depending on the activity that you had the previous weekend or the activity that you're planning to have that following weekend, following that week of training. But it could be possible for you to have 2 70-minute sessions. If your activity is quite low for the weekend, I think the player should be able to handle that if you have those 70 minutes. So the next age group that we're going to be talking about is age groups 9 through 11, and with this age group you can train anywhere between 2 to 3 times per week, anywhere between 60 to 75 minutes of training time, and that should be a good amount for this age group. It also will depend on your specific group. It will depend again on the activity on the weekend before or the following weekend. So you as a coach will have to kind of see how your players are looking. Kind of look at the droopy eyes or kind of look at the sluggish movements. After a tournament, after a game, and you can see what you can plan for the following week. Okay, so the next age group that we're going to be talking about is age groups 11 through 13. And with this age group, can be a little bit more consistent with implementing 3 days a week. But still, 2 to 3 days a week is still a really good range for this age group. And the time duration could be anywhere between 75 minutes to 90 minutes. So an hour and a half is going to be possible with this age group. It's kind of pre-puberty or around puberty for some of the players. So that's something that you will need to kind of look at depending on the team that you're coaching yourself. So definitely kind of look at your players. Are their attitudes changing, or are they are the maturity levels ranging quite a lot? These are some things that you need to consider in regards to your week planning. Okay, so the next age group is definitely more teen, so 13 to 15-year-olds, and here you can train anywhere between 2 to 3 times a week, and times ranging anywhere between 75 to 90 minutes. So also you can implement that hour and a half of training with this age group, and they should be able to handle it. And depending on which level you're coaching at, I know of elite teams or academy teams that are training 4 times a week with this age group. So that will definitely be determined by who you're coaching, right? For example, if you're coaching a recreational team, you may not want to do 4 days a week, or even 3 for that matter. 2 days a week for a recreational team at around 75 minutes to 80 minutes could probably be enough for this age group and for this level. Okay, but 2 to 3 is what I would recommend. 75 minutes to 90 minutes is what I would also recommend as a range for you guys to think about. so the next group is age groups 15 to 17, and with this age group, it's the same as age groups 13 to 15. So basically, something to consider is the level that you're coaching at. How mature your players are will probably also be important thing to consider here. But again, 2 to 3 times a week and anywhere between 75 to 90 minutes would be good. If you're coaching at an elite level academy team, then you can definitely do 4 times a week here. But I wouldn't recommend that you do 4 days of outdoor sessions at 90 minutes, right? You definitely want to vary the times, and if you have a gym available to you guys, then probably one of those days should be a strength and conditioning session for your players. Okay, so the last age group that we're going to be talking about is age groups 17 to 19. And with this age group, you can train anywhere between 75 to 120 minutes, so 2 hours of training. And this will range depending on how many times per week you're training, but you can train anywhere between 2 to 4 days with this age group, and they should be able to to handle that situation. One thing that you definitely want to consider is the activity on the weekends, the activity on the previous week, what part of the season you're at. These are all things to kind of consider, and not only for this age group, but it's something that I've been kind of trying to mention throughout this video, and definitely something that you should consider with most all age groups. Okay, so this is not a one-size-fits-all system. This will obviously be dependent on your team, because your team is full of diverse individuals, and you as a coach need to learn from them. You need to learn about them, kind of see what their activities are outside of football, and that way you can kind of determine a little bit of what you can do and what you can do that will be productive, right? You don't want to do too much with a group that is not willing to do that much. So definitely consider the culture, definitely consider your players, definitely consider your environment, and also consider how much availability of fields you have, how much you have available to you. How much does the club offer for you as a coach? These are all things that you definitely want to think about and want to consider as you plan your week, as you plan your session and your session durations. I am interested to know who you guys are coaching. So in the comment section below, comment the age group that you're coaching in, and comment how much you're coaching per week, and how long your training sessions are. And if you guys have any questions in regarding to your individual team, then also comment that in the comment section below, and I'll be happy to answer your guys' questions. Otherwise, I hope you guys keep learning with La Vida Futbol. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.